All right, folks, welcome back to Campaign 17. It is still ongoing. This has got to be close to episode 43, 44, something like that. We have a battle. What is new for this campaign, though? As I say that, this can't be right. I just loaded into this battle and so, wait, okay. So, I'm guessing they actually deployed here. They could go no further because they probably run into our bubble. All right, because I was doing a little bit of scouting and I assumed, oh, for sure they're going to come in from, southwest. No. They came in from right behind. So that, it's a little interesting, but that means we should win the foot race. And now we just got to see. So, yeah, I think I'm going to. I'll put you on pause, and I think I'm going to put both forces, the bubbles connected over here, and I think we're just going to march everybody down the road to Dixon. And knowing that they have to come in from that direction, jeez. I mean, we'll probably line up along this road. I don't know how much role play I'm trying to do here, but we're close to the road. It overlooks a terrible place to go. This is one possible avenue of attack. They're probably going to have to also come down here and then make a decision about whether they want to go over. This is just terrible. There's no road that goes east-west here. Come down here and swing over here. Well, like I said, I'll put you all on pause and we'll see what the AI comes up with. I actually forgot what the deal was in this. So it looks like we have a numerical advantage, but are we all here? Yeah, it looks like we're all here. Yeah, my guess is they appear to all be. Oh, and they don't even have West Virginia. Now, hold on. West Virginia militia has. Oh. So when they show up, they're going to have apparently an advantage. So we could either attack now, which is probably what we should do. That's a very limited front. Or seize the point and then make them attack us. I like the idea of seizing the point and seeing if they can come get us. It might be more fun. We might be able to make it bloody. Drive down the number of volunteers that they'll have left to replace their losses and all that other good stuff. So yeah, we'll go with that. We kind of need I'd like a major victory to help in the national morale game. I do recall that was starting to drop again before I paused this. So yeah, we'll try to fight this one out and see what we get. So I have no idea how they did this, but somehow, it is like 5 hours later. I guess maybe it somehow makes sense. Somehow the Union has kind of forced its way over here, and they've just emerged out of the swamp. So we are in trouble. And I guess now I actually have to kind of start paying attention to what I'm doing. Just a little bit. So we're going to detach the artillery. Probably pull it back to there. Pull it back to there. Cable can just be detached. Not sure that I already did that, but detach them and move them over there. All right. So we've done that. This whole this whole infantry division looks bad. And let's see. Detach these guys while they're moving. And we're going to get Randolph's cavalry. You can call it a retreat. I don't care what you call it. But yeah, we need to get you up there. We need to get Rosser in a position where he's kind of between these two. I'm worried about this. Coleman's division should get there. Bowen. Let's see. Bowen is there. So maybe this is his division. Here, we'll try to link up with them up there, and then Randolph. I guess we can have come on down here and finish off the bottom. Oh, we're on pause. All right, that explains why nobody's moving. Shoop, we need badly. I sent him around. I sent him to capture this point and that entry point, which were held by the Union because I didn't want them. I didn't want those 20,000 reinforcements showing up in my back. Little did I know that I would have bigger problems sooner. What was this guy's name? Branch Finnegan. All right, so they're a part of Lawton's division. Why don't we actually... What's their problem? Oh my goodness, you're exhausted already? All right, let's have everybody there halt. Is that the same back here? Is that a... So I have no idea why these guys, which are... Yeah, they appear to be marching in column, tired and exhausted. I don't know. But work on that. We can probably speed things up a bit because all my orders are out, and now it's just a matter of who gets caught. I can see they got some skirmishers here. Makes sense. Certainly try to toss out our own. Maybe we'll try... Let's see, Hawes is down here. Hawes can take a generally defensive stance. I probably should just do it by division, but whatever. I'm doing it. It is what it is. I think Maney, was he the other corps commander? Yeah, I mean, we could do the same with him. I mean, we could honestly probably just have... I've never found that the army-wide commands feel like they really trickle down the right way, but we could see what roster comes up with and just give them all defensive stances. Because we did get the 5-pointer, which is the one nice thing, and this is actually turned against us, but I think it's because some of our units just got tired. It also turned out that we had more than the 40 or 45,000. They're now estimating that we have 54,000. And so even with their reinforcements later on of 20,000, we shouldn't be outnumbered by that much. And I'll move in. All right, I hope nobody goes deaf from this. I realized that the OBS settings for the sound were correct, but I thought, man, that gunfire sounds quiet, and it shouldn't sound quiet to me. And so the actual sound was only at about 50%. So we turned it up to 75%, and hopefully you all have most of your hearing. If the only thing you're not hearing is me, you're okay. All right, so they're apparently pulling French's division back. All right. But yeah, the door to Dixon is wide open because Shoop... Shoop has gotten the message. She's disrupted, they say. Look at that name. Lieutenant Colonel Camille AJMD Polignac. And yeah, I pronounced it that way to offend anybody who can actually speak French. And there is no reason you guys should not be able to see them. Here, we'll, you know what? I'll just leave them on fire at will. We'll let the AI figure it out. Oh, all right. So we beat up. Was that? Oh, Blair Jr. I thought it was B Jr. I was like, turncoat? Like what? Oh, they routed. I was surprised. The Union Macintosh usually is out in Arkansas and usually does well. Brigadier General. I don't remember seeing him. Is he in one of... right there. What are they getting hammered by? I don't know. I think some skirmishers have gone out, but most haven't. I'm just gonna you know what? I'll leave it as it is. They're doing a reasonably good job, except for leading with the arty, which is usually something I criticize the AI for doing. But we had to get out of the woods, man. I kind of want to counterbat because I think that's... Yeah, I also don't love that they're pushing skirmishers up on me. But we did have the cav coming in to threaten those skirmishers. I don't think that's why they fell back, but I'm just saying. Alright, I don't know if more forces from earlier continue down and are eventually going to end up in my back or what, but that's why we have Shoop out here. Although with 2,000 men, that's pretty beefy. I'd like to see them engage if we can. Okay, these guys got nothing. Let's see if we push the artillery out to the front. Can we bait them forward? Alright, calm down. Alright. Huh. So it looks like they got... Yeah, they're thinking better of it. These guys, yeah, they did not rout. These guys will be back. Yeah, 10% casualties. It's also crazy at Chickamauga, just... If you can still hear me. And actually, I'll probably turn up the in-game now. There we go. Not the in-game, the mic. But... Yeah, there were a number of regiments. I don't think it was whole brigades, but there were at least several regiments they were mentioning that took 50% casualties. It was nuts. Probably some brigades too. I mean, if several of those regiments were in there, that would be... It might chop them down a bit. Alright, so we pressed up with the cav. There's no great idea there, except that if they do send out skirmishers, we can always mount up and try to ride them off. If they leave their artillery back, we can go run that off. Why don't we mount these guys? Why don't we see what's up here? I think we can be a little adventurous. I mean, this is a fat concentration here. I'm not sure what the long-term plan is, but it was interesting. Also interesting in that Chickamauga book, while we're waiting for the Union to get into position, it was interesting, the author was saying that, I guess, by the time of Chickamauga, which is almost exactly... Is it exactly? I think it's almost exactly, if not exactly, a year after Antietam. Not because of Antietam, but the different... doctrines for infantry and how they would align, and the point was, and it made me think of Grand Tactician, right? That the Confederate doctrine at that point was still a single line, and I'm always saying that the AI needs to use single line because it can't figure out double line, but the Union's doctrine had called for, it's actually like, from the description he gives, a fairly complex double line, and it sounds like it's actually more than a double line with some skirmishers in front and behind and other breaks. It's pretty wild. and to me, it didn't seem like it was specific to an army. It seemed that it had it was generally applying to all theaters. But apparently, for the Union, the determination was that the double line gave quite a bit more flexibility, and I guess the Confederate position for the single line was that it. I don't like that, and I don't know why this happens in this game. But there are like those weird points that you get dragged back to. I haven't gotten to a part in the book yet where that really matters all that much. That the Confederate doctrine was single line versus Union, which was double line. At least in the part I'm up to, which is actually 3 p.m. on day 2. And it feels like the Union's about to fall apart, but after some very close fighting, they do mention a guy in there on the Union side. I believe he was a German. He's actually an interesting guy I didn't know anything about, and I'm going to mispronounce his name wrong as I do the names of people from everywhere. But I think his last name is Willich, or Willick. I believe he was German, and he had apparently a fervent communist, disagreed with Marx over apparently what that was. He had played a leading role in, or I shouldn't say a leading role. He played a notable role in the revolutions of 48, which is interesting timing because I just got finished reading back in April a short monograph there on the revolutions of 48, and I have 2 more books, and it's really, you know, the turmoil from 47 to 49. It at least in the rendition I just read, and it was a somewhat dated monograph, but it was very, very interesting. I tried to survey what was going on in any of the flare-up spots or maybe the hot spots. It didn't really seem like the rebels, the non-powers, to be really had much success at all. But that might have been the nature of the study. It wasn't really looking at too much military stuff. And certainly it didn't seem to be the case in the German states that the rebels did particularly well, or the insurgents. I forget whatever term he uses. The radicals might have been the term he used, but apparently this guy ends up fighting for the Union. We're watching an artillery duel over a swamp, so I got to talk about something. And this Willich guy, he actually, I think by this time in 63, he had come up with his own doctrine. And it called for, and I believe this was at the regimental level, rather than a single line or a double line, it was kind of this 4-group, this 4-line, I'll say that they were lines, formation, and they would basically just move, right? You know, line 1 would move forward a couple of yards, they would shoot. Line 2 would move forward a couple of yards in front of them, shoot. Line 3 in front of line 2, and it would kind of go like that, and they would space out their reloads in a way that, and not only could this work on the advance, but it could also work on the fallback. You could constantly fall back and fire, or move forward and advance with infantry, and you really wouldn't lose a lot in the rate of fire. Again, if you want to fire and move, it was one way to do it. I don't think it was actually tested. I don't know. It wasn't really clear like whether this was more than an idea at this point. I say that now, and it makes me think of a couple of years back when we were leading drills in War of Rights, and we actually came up with that drill and decided that for War of Rights it wasn't right, but it is possible to kind of get those kind of moving formations. But it's interesting that very different contexts. Some strange people, me and the this guy kind of came up with a similar tactic, but maybe he had more success with his. All right, are we at the point where I can turn this over to the game and I can stop filling it in with whatever the heck it is I'm filling it in about? All right, I think these guys are ripe for the picking. I don't know. They were, yeah. See, they're panicked. I think I still have my yeah. I went back to my early May settings, where in the debug log I could move the AI's troops if I wanted, so I have access to their information. It's to help them, not to help me. But I actually, since I'm delegating a lot to the CSA, or yeah, to my side, I kind of feel like it's okay. I don't know what the right call is for them at this point. I mean, they got 20,000 reinforcements. They did not find my flank over here. Again, flashbacks to Chickamauga and the tale of both sides trying to find one another's flank, usually unsuccessfully. Actually, the part I'm up to, entirely unsuccessfully. They were unable to turn one another's flanks. Union made some interesting, at least at the point in the battle I'm at, I think it was 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the second day. I think the kind of big day. Can we get these guys out of the battery, please? They were endangered of actually having their flank, but they saw the move in advance and they refused it in such a way that even though the Confederates had probably a numerical advantage, you know, who actually knew what the exact numbers were and who was available, but certain in terms of movement, the Confederates were on their way to getting around the flank, but by refusing the flank at kind of just the right point, and then I think also receiving some timely reinforcements. I believe this I'm gonna whatever. I think this is on the north end of the battlefield. They were able to stave off. Actually, you know what it was? They weren't going to flank them on the outside. It was on, I believe it was the top side of the battlefield, northern side of the battlefield. And because things were kind of falling apart, it was almost in danger of that group being outflanked in a way that would have cut them off from the rest of their army. So I had not prepared anything to talk about this. But it's all coming to me now. All right, if you've never seen me before, you probably know what I'm thinking. It's a terrible idea, but I am impatient. Although I bet my artillery is loving the XP. Holy, wow, that's probably mostly infantry. Oh no, are they taking pot shots at us? I will switch us to full counter bat. And we will knock their batteries out so they can't play this game with us. I don't know if all these will have targets if we switch them all to counterbat. Do we move all of our artillery that we can? Maybe? Maybe we just roll it over to attack and dare them to get out of that swamp? It would look more interesting. Alright, we'll do it at the core level and see how that goes. And rosters on, yeah, whatever you guys want to do, go ahead and do it. All right, so we'll do that. We'll speed it up a little bit since I'm... Let's pretty things up a little bit. Declutter it. That doesn't look... I don't know. It doesn't... That doesn't look like an easy position to get out of. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I can definitely see the problem attacking it, right? We have to leave the cover and the trees there, but I guess if they hold, they're okay, right? Because they got the creek bed here, and so I think it's a 20% modifier. That's also something I got to do for campaign 18 is probably redo some of the terrain stuff. I think for forests, and I don't want my Chickamauga and too much of my Hess stuff to convince me of this, but I think I would give the forest, I would increase the cover modifier. I think right now it's the same as a fence. I think I would increase it. I would probably also increase the amount of cohesion loss, but I don't know that I would necessarily increase, and I'd probably decrease some of the, I think there's a speed debuff. I think there is for moving through the trees. I'd be willing to move that down, but move the cohesion loss up and also move the cover up. So forests which are prevalent would be good. I also kind of wish there was a way to just increase the amount of ammunition, or come up with some way to get folks resupplied. Again, I'm making a little bit too much of this, and I haven't played Ultimate General American Revolution probably 6 months, but I'm pretty sure there were those ammo wagons. I'm not sure if they're still in the game or anything, but maybe something like that. But there are parts of Grand Tactician where the strategic level stuff, alright, does not tie in with the tactical stuff, which is really too bad. Anybody got cigars? You guys have targets? Because if you don't have targets, oh, okay, yeah, you do. Any word from the picket line? What? I hear the shooting. Let's go see the shooting. Alright, maybe they routed? It had to be from counterbat, I guess. Alright, so I guess Shoop got ordered up there. What are we coming up with here? Alright, they're gonna move like that. That's cool. I think I might have to move. Alright, so they've got those orders. I think we're probably gonna have to move them up a bit before they do anything. Jackson's actually got fairly beefy brigades. Hindman, that is not true. His actually are more comparable, I think, to the size of actual brigades at this point in the war. What are we in? Summer of 63? Yeah. Oh, I hate that glitch. Do they not know what to shoot? Just shoot at anything then, that's fine. Hindman. Did I order him there? Cause that's a bad move. Yeah, let's move him up in front of the guns, I guess. Maybe we'll move him there. Out of the guns way. Move roster up. Meanie can move over there. Hawes can move there, and we'll just see what happens. But yeah, fix the forest, maybe increase the casualty sprite count, maybe add some more rights clips, and then cut down on this. Maybe those things for campaign 18. I don't know. I also said several campaigns ago that I was really gonna get a lot done with the European intervention forces, and I haven't done it, but it's because I'm not really sure how to move them. They don't seem to make all the best decisions, so maybe if they're part of the AI's movable, then I could move them and I could make the European interventions. Making the armies is not, now that I know how to do it, it's not terrible. It's not terribly easy, but it's also not that difficult. It's just a matter of time. Can these guys bombard? I don't know. Why don't we put those guys out there on that little rise and see what they come up with? See what they come up with. I think this game looks good right now. Yeah, the 3D, improved 3D textures even better, but still, I know what I got. It's pretty good. Actually, let's bring those skirmishers back. Yeah. Okay, if your skirmishers are behind you, hey, Pelham. I don't know where Pelham is. I don't feel like finding him right now. That is a mighty host. On the attack, can we shorten up those ranges and actually get into like effective combat range? I mean, you can see what I'm going for, right? I see 4 brigades probably isolated, or, well, I'm trying to isolate them. Cav trying to be the vanguard there. And then drive Jackson's 2 brigades up like that. And I think this was Lawton's. Group up like that and let them find targets as they come. And I think Heinemann's going to end up here and maybe can engage any unit that tries to shift over and help them. But I think if we grab those brigades and knock most of those out, I think we'll be okay. And we might be on our way to getting a major victory. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we might get there without having to wait for the reinforcements to show up. So like that, Kev. Yeah, I want to put them there. That's fine from Bowen. Coleman? Coleman should be doing more. And then Randolph. Alright, so Randolph's kind of in the area. I know this is the tougher attack, but we want to make sure these guys are good and pinned here so that they can't move over and rescue this group of, what is that, probably 12,000? Well, it was. Maybe 8 or 9,000. We got Wade Hampton and that beard. Well, it looks like our counterbat's still hitting true. All right, did we rout? I guess they're rallying. Ooh, they're coming up. I don't know about that. Okay, I definitely don't know about that. Yeah, you don't have cold steel on, so I'm not sure what you're up to here. Oh, I should have got my arty here. No, little close. What is this? Is this Hughes? Hughes? I don't know Hughes. Is Hughes a skirmisher or yeah, cavalry? All right, then per my house rule, until I can figure out a way to get units who have no ammo to just stop shooting, I'm just gonna withdraw him. Tribue's brigade and Tribue are doing quite well. Oh, I guess Maney's recommendation never caught on. Alright, let's settle down and watch it. Oh no! Looks like our approach is a somewhat methodical move up, 3v1 them, and then push on. So far from just needing to occupy this group, we are disintegrating this group, and this division over here, far from being an easy capture, looks like it might get away. Here, why don't we go like that? Just keep playing, it's fine. Okay, they're pulling back, that's still okay. Let's grab Rosser and order assault. And see what everybody does with that. Who is this? Pierce? I don't recognize. Oh, holy crap. Get out of there. Well. Yeah, I might need to do some housekeeping. I haven't really been doing it. I just kind of let the settings take care of brigades that are too small and dissolving them, but I don't know if Marston's going to do some rear guard. Gorman doesn't look like he's in a rush. He's a little outmatched by about 1,000 more Floridians. And okay, so they broke. They're holding on for now. I have no idea what these guys are doing here. I'll give them the cold steel order and see if that picks things up. Okay, we'll do that. See if we can capture some of these rear guards, but bunch of the I don't think so. I think they're gonna get away. Alright, so maybe you don't need to sit around and see this. We'll run it off at 5x and see if any of this matters. We might get... Yeah, okay, so we got Gorman. Now some of our folks are moving. Cavalry still has not mounted up. We'll mount them. Mount them up. Sometimes it's just a really bad trade for the cav, and they get mowed down by like a determined rear guard, but yeah, not worried about them because they're on the verge of breaking as it is. I won't take that picture for the thumbnail. It's the old spoiler alert. I forget where this battle took place. Georgia. Oh, it's another one of those. What is it? Oh, that's a battery that's getting shreked. Ugh. All right, I think that's gonna do it. I don't know that was long enough to get a major victory. It's certainly a good victory for us. All right. All right, what do we learn here? So for them, it's pretty much 3,000 out of the war. For us, it's 500. It's less than 1,000 out of the war. So it's a pretty good trade for us. And that was down here. Corpus Christi Squadron. That was ours. Ooh. That may happen again. That may well happen again. The Earl Van Dorn has gone down. Well, we tried to lift the blockade. We were unsuccessful. Longstreet's never nervous. What is this? Alright, picket scores here. States' Rights Gist is there. Ray Cooper came all the way back from West Virginia. I'm remembering this now. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but... Longstreet would do well. Fall back here. It's rough, man, because it feels like we won all those battles, and we still had to fall back. And if you're not familiar with this mod and how I'm playing it, a lot of the inherent advantages that the AI gets in the vanilla game, I've done away with because I don't like them. I love Total War, but the Total War solution to the difficulty being too easy is just to jack the stats up, and that's okay. But I didn't like that, and I've shown in this campaign and in others, yeah, certainly switching sides helps, but you can make an AI that's good and competitive. Just make them pick better policies and avoid some of the bad ones. And I still haven't figured out how to get the battle AI right, but I don't know. Last one was okay. Yeah, we need propaganda. I've been waiting for that one for a while. I think we're very close to getting logistics reforms. Alright, I turned down the music. I don't know how it's capturing in OBS. The way it looked, it was capturing about what the voice volume is. Now I probably turned it down too much, but even at like 75%, I can barely hear the words coming out of my own mouth, so that's something else I could do. But font change there's a bit, and so that is terrible. Well, that's many millions of dollars and several months of building those fleets up for probably nothing. Fort McAllister, I think, is that South Carolina? Oh, Georgia. All right, that's right. There's this HQ here. feel like I should do the Union a favor and just get rid of them. Yeah, our national support. Well, that's probably because of propaganda, right? I think it was 44. The way I've modded it, it's +2 support, but it costs more each take. So, yeah, but we got them down to 64. This is the best it has been in a while. Again, at some point we were down by like 30 points of national morale, and so we'll see. I don't know if we have any more cards to play here, but so I believe it's the defeated corps. All right, so Manny's corps is here. I did not order that built. So it must have went through when I switched sides to the Union or something. I actually forgot all about these prison camps here. That's right, we don't have the credit to do it. Yeah, one of the many things I had to nerf out of the game was pretty much the ability to build most buildings, because if I can do it, the AI can do it. And if the AI does it, there are things I can't program out of the game that the AI does poorly. And it kind of snowballs against them, so... Generally, if I have the money, I'll build prison camps to roleplay. But I've nerfed away the... basically the penalty for not having enough prison camps. I just got rid of it. Oh. Oh, Gordon Granger. What? So, day 1 reinforcements... so it's 90,000 against 26,000, 14, so that'd be 40,000. Let me see this, because this is another one of those I did not see that coming. All right, first of all, let's zoom out of there. That was obnoxious. All right, you're not... Oh, so it wasn't that they were in scouting, though I think Pickett was in scouting. We can certainly take him out. Can move Evans up a little bit. Oh, that's right. Once they withdraw, they can't rejoin the fight until they stop withdrawing. Has Longstreet stopped withdrawing? Yeah, he has. This looks better. Yeah. So this is 90,000 of them versus 70,000 of us. And our whole force... Oh. So pretty much 4 hours in we'll have everybody. Yeah, we're gonna have to play for time, but I think as these things go, I think that's probably the best we're going to do. So, at least you know it's coming in. You know it's coming in the next episode. It is a campaign. If you enjoy campaign play, this has not been your campaign. But if you like battles, my goodness, this campaign has been good to us. So, next episode, here we go.